Eala's next test. Can her rising game translate to clay? After turning heads with a quarterfinal finish at the Dubai Tennis Championships and back-to-back round of 16 appearances in both the BNP Paribas Open and the Miami Open, Eala wrapped up her hardcourt swing with plenty of momentum. The strong run also pushed her to a career-high number 29 in the WTA rankings, reinforcing her steady climb on tour. But with her Miami semi-final points from the previous year slipping away, she has since slipped back to number 45, an inescapable correction, but not necessarily a step back in her overall trajectory. That upward path now meets a familiar hurdle as the tour shifts to clay. And last season laid bare just how challenging the surface has been for Eala. In her clay swing, she bowed out in a round of 16 of the WTA 125 event in Oeiras, before suffering early exits in bigger stops like the Madrid Open in the round of 64 in a 3-set thriller against Iga Swiatek and a round of 128 loss in the Italian Open. Eala's Grand Slam debut at the French Open also ended in a first-round defeat at the hands of Emiliana Arango. Overall, she posted just a 2-4 win-loss record on clay in 2025, a stark contrast to her much stronger numbers on hard courts. But if there's a reason to believe in a bounce-back, it lies in her pedigree and the work she continues to put in behind the scenes. The Filipina tennis sensation has recently returned to training at the Rafa Nadal Academy in preparation for the clay court swing, doubling down on the very environment that shaped her game. Being molded under the philosophy of Rafael Nadal, widely regarded as the greatest clay court player ever, gives Eala both the technical base and the mental framework to eventually translate her game onto the surface. This foundation now shifts from theory to application as her 2026 clay campaign begins at the Linz Open, where she is set to test whether those lessons are starting to stick. More than just results, this stretch will be about showing tangible growth in longer rallies, smarter shot selection, and a better feel for clay, as she is set to play in more competitive tournaments, namely the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix, Mutua Madrid Open, and Italian Open. She also hopes that this build-up will be enough for a breakthrough performance in Eala's second go-around at Roland Garros. In many ways, this part of the season will serve as a measuring stick for Eala, not just of where she is, but of how far she's come. And if those subtle improvements begin to translate into deeper runs, then this phase could mark the next step in her evolution, one that brings her closer to becoming a complete and all-surface threat on the WTA Tour.